We live.
Sundays and Wednesdays, yeah. 8 o'clock on YouTube. Sundays and Wednesdays, yeah. 8 o'clock on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter. It's the crew and you. Let's go.
I'm
You
waiting
can't
on
get any better
Best
than
thing
this.
about it, the way he did it, he did it the right way.
With the crew and you, to the crew and you.
Do y'all have any,
Sundays and Wednesdays, yeah. 8 o'clock on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter. It's the crew and you. Let's go.
you can't get any better
Best
than
thing
this.
about it, the way he did it the right way.
With the crew and you, to the crew and you.
Do y'all have any, anything to say about
What
it?
up? What up? What up, baby? Welcome to the crew and you. Congratulations to my dog, Chuck Little John, the OG.
Y'all didn't notice I've been changing hats all night, have you?
No.
You've been doing
That
it.
boy got open.
And so look, let me tell you, those dudes were the first one that I ever seen with the full tracksuit and no drawers. You know what I'm saying?
Understand that you can be at the bottom, you can be anything you want to be, and when that happens, you can be a champion like me.
Can you imagine 100 people just all yelling?
With the crew and you, to the crew and you. With the crew and you, to the crew and you. Yeah.
What the hell? Look, my bad, man. My internet is messing up today.
I'm backstage.
Hey, what up? What up, baby? Welcome to the crew. I'm your boy G, man. To my right hand side, we got Decatur's best, Corey Davis, and underneath him, we got the OG with the Commanders on assignment. He's calling us on assignment today, man. He's from a different location, man. What up, family?
What's going
What's
on?
happening?
Ain't nothing, dog. Ain't nothing at all, man.
Look.
It's a scorch out there. I know that.
No,
It's a scorch out there, dog. Bruh.
it's hot. It's hot.
Ooh.
Hey, it's hot
I
out there.
don't know how y'all look. Yeah. How y'all holding up in this heat, man?
I'm standing
Hey,
inside.
man. Oh, you inside? Okay. Hey, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. Hey, man. Listen. Shout out to my man Greg. What was it? Greg McLeod. Was it McLeod from Kentucky? What was Greg's name? Supervisor Greg. What was his last name?
Combs. Can you hear me? Combs.
Can you hear him, Chuck?
He's saying cone, I think.
Oh Lord, we
Combs.
can't hear.
Yeah.
Huh? Cone.
Cone.
Chuck would say,
Combs.
he would say, listen. I said, how you feel? I'm swampy. All right, swampy. What does that mean? Hey, like, underwear, swampy. I'm like, okay, it's just swampy. But it's swampy outside. Underwear get loose on you out there. Is it a delay, man? Are we dragging a little bit?
It is a delay. A lot of it. I'm dragging like crazy. I got one bar on my internet, dog.
Oh, there is a
But over here, I got a full bars over here.
there's a lag.
Yeah, there's a super delay. Let me see. All right, let's try. No, let's try this. I got a super delay over here, man. Can y'all hear?
You got a delay. Chuck,
I can hear you.
Do you see a delay, Chuck?
Are you delayed, Chuck, or is it just my side?
Okay.
No, I'm not delayed.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Uh-oh.
Get out of here.
Know
Hold
what that
on one
sound?
second.
Hey, we struggling. We struggling to start off right now, y'all. We are struggling. Uh-oh. I think that was dang on Corey's static too. Oh Lord. It ain't me, it's Corey that's messing up. Hey man, episode what is this? 14? Yeah, episode 14, man. Season 3. Thank y'all for rocking with us, man. Everybody that's out there on Twitch, make sure you hit the follow button. Anybody that's out there on YouTube, make sure you hit the subscribe button and tell a friend about the crew and you. And anybody on Facebook, man, make sure you tell everybody that's out there. Open it up to the public so everybody can see that you're on with the crew and you. And also share the stream while you're on there. What's up to I got A to the Z Media Network, Zach? What's up, Brody? So man, let's try to jump into a little bit of some stuff we kind of left off at last week, last Sunday, and we kind of left off with the talks of Trey Young, which we know A to the Z Media Network, Zach, really don't care for, versus Luka Doncic. And was it the right decision for the Atlanta Hawks to actually pick Trey Young instead of Luka Doncic? And I want to hear y'all's opinion, man. Like I said, my brother and I had a long 2-hour conversation about this very topic. And he was saying that the Hawks made a mistake.
I don't know. My first thing is, I guess, how can you say the Hawks made a mistake? Because if I'm not mistaken, they have both been just as far, right? So how far did Atlanta go last year?
To the Eastern Conference Finals.
So has Luka been there?
They made it to the Western Conference Finals.
Okay, so they both have made it.
Mm-hmm.
So it would be a big difference if you had one that's gone tremendously farther than the other one since they've been in the league. And you know how we say that everybody's not meant to be on a certain team. I think they both are working out fine right now.
Right.
It's kind of late to have this conversation when they both been in the league for a while. I could see if we had this conversation after they both been in the league for a year. But now they both been in the league and they both have led their teams to a conference final. I mean, they both where they need to be.
Okay. All right. Boy.
Who brought this? Who brought this subject up? Whose idea was it to compare apples to a fat bag of mangoes? You know, this is the difference. This is the difference. Let's go with longevity. I like Luka. Nevertheless, Luka 10 years from now is not going to be able to do the things that he's doing. Why? Because he's cumbersome, he's fat, he's a lumbery guy. Is he going to be doing that same thing 10 years from now? No. Trey will still be fit. Trey will still be athletic. Trey will still be trail mix versus a big lumpy piece of Yugoslavian steak. That's your difference. There's your difference right there. That dude is already chunked out. You know what I'm saying? What do they call fofos on dipping and tripping? Hey, listen, man, that dude is chunky. Trey is fit. Trey is fit for the long haul. So no, we shouldn't have gotten Luka. Luka is Duka, or whatever. No, we got the right one.
You got the right one.
Look, case dismissed. Wait, where Crystal at now? That's it. That's case. That's case closed right there.
So the league tends to pick on the smaller guards right? So do you think that Trey Young being as small as he is a problem for the Atlanta Hawks? So what will you have to do in order for them to be successful now?
You got to build around them. You know, I get that part. You got to build around them. But let's talk. You were saying let's just go with the need and the trade. Who should have had who?
Mm-hmm.
Whom shall I say? Have you seen a commercial with Luka Doncic on it?
I have not. I have not.
Have you seen any thoughts that the Dallas Mavericks have made Luka Doncic their future guy?
In Dallas, yes, but
You
not.
have?
Yes, they have billboards and he's all over the city in Dallas. So Luka's huge in Dallas,
Right.
but he's not. He's not.
In Dallas.
Yeah, he's
Trey is
not like.
hard. State Farm commercial. Yeah, right. Trey Young is doing those, what is it, the food commercials where they're picking up the mayonnaise on the third level. And, hey man, Trey Young is marketable.
Mm-hmm.
Trey Young is what people want to see.
Mm-hmm.
Now I don't know, but does Luka even live here during the off season?
Probably not. I don't know. Dirk Nowitzki did.
Dirk married a sister. That's why she wasn't going over there where you stay. I'm not going over there where you stay at. You gotta stay here. I live in West Dallas. Okay, I stay. Look, that girl wasn't going over there. And look, all my people live over here. Okay, do you wanna go out with me? Y'all stay here. Luka, I don't think Luka doing that right now. And then Trey just got married right here in Atlanta. Mm-hmm. A native of Atlanta. Okay. He picked him a peach right off the tree.
Oh, his girl's a peach?
That's why.
Okay. I actually agree with you. I actually agree with you. I think that was the best pick for the Hawks. Like you said, I think is what the Hawks needed. They brought in the general manager from Golden State. So picking up Trey Young for them was their Steph Curry. So he was trying to build a team like the Warriors had. He built that Warriors team over there. He came to Atlanta to try to build the same thing. They're a couple pieces short because they don't have that number 2 like the Warriors have in Klay Thompson, but that's what he was going for.
How about that?
Yeah.
I don't believe that Luka Doncic fits that profile for what he wanted.
Right. And that may be true because he has the blueprint to, picking a Draymond, a Klay Thompson, looking for that talent in Steph Curry. I mean, like I said, I'm not saying he was lucky, but that was one draft. That was one draft that he changed the whole Warriors outcome. And I don't know if we're going to have that same luck, but I do feel like Trey is for the city of Atlanta.
I agree with you on that. I do. Can y'all see Luka Doncic being the face of the league or Trey Young being the face of the league?
So you saying it has to be between, you have to make a choice between the two?
Yeah, between them two. If it had to been them two, who could you see being the face of the league between them two?
I want to say a face, not the face, in Trey Young, a face of the league. The face, no. He's my guy, but the face, no. A face, yes. You know what I'm saying? It'll be like a Justice League. Right now I hadn't appointed one as the Superman of the league just yet. But you know what I'm saying? On the East Coast, in Atlanta, we have Trey. Trey coming out of Atlanta. Luka, the guy from wherever he's from, their faces. They've yet to grab, a hold of they have their own area. You know what I'm saying? They have their own route. You know what I'm saying? It's in so many words. So not the face of the league. No. What you think, OG?
Yeah, I don't think either one of them be the face of the league. If I had to pick which one I think would be that had the most longevity, I would have to go with Corsi. I have to say Trey. But he does have a tendency to hit the floor a lot too. That could take a toll on you too. But yeah, I'd probably go with Trey Young.
I don't believe we've ever had a face of the league that doesn't speak English.
Dang.
So I can't see them making Luka the face of the league.
Luka speak English?
It's very choppy when he speaks. I mean, he doesn't have a interpreter or nothing, but it's
work on.
Yeah, it's on. You know what I mean? It's a little rough.
Okay.
It's a little rough. Let's welcome Dark Sage 9117 man to the channel. What's up, Brody? He says he's gonna give an unpopular opinion if he may. Absolutely, bro. Let's hear it, man. Let's hear it. And welcome to the channel, man. Make sure you're hosting for me. All right. Let's welcome Matt Thompson to the channel as well, man. Matt MT, what up, Brody? So, IO Pack, Lil Chris, man, what's up, baby? He says, who are we talking about? We're talking about Trey Young and Luka Doncic. We're trying to see who can be the face of the league, and was it a bad decision for the Hawks to pick up Trey Young instead of Luka Doncic? So that's how we started this all. So now we're trying to wait for Dark Sage 9117, man, to give his unpopular opinion, if he may. So, yeah, but I like you said, Trey has been in commercials. He's definitely the face of the Hawks. I can see him. I don't know if I can see him being the face of the league. Kind of like, was AI ever the face of the league?
He was a face of a movement.
He was a face of a movement.
Yeah, he was a movement. Yeah. You know, cornrows coming in with, you know, the jerseys at the game with you know, he was hip hop.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I've never seen AI in a suit. I never seen him in that way. You see what I'm saying? That wasn't his thing. He got fined every game that he was not dressed up, but he had already had a sponsor to take care of that. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So that was like in a contract, or his I don't know if it was Reebok, one or two. Somebody covered that portion of the fines, you know, because and then after a while the NBA had to kind of change that because they were like, this dude ain't finna wear no suit, you know. He gonna dress neat, but he ain't finna wear no suit, you know. Let's stop doing that. So
okay,
that's kind of I respect. Oh, whoa, Dark Sage tripping.
Yeah, look. So Chris says Luka is better. Wow. Okay, and then Dark Sage he comes he brought it. Let's see what he say, man. So Dark Sage, he says he disagrees with media's narrative that the Warriors are in any way compared or even in the same league with the Celtics dynasty of the 1950s and 1960s. From watching this finals, he notices that at times the media wants so bad to convince everyone the Warriors are in the same league as the Celtics. I am curious what will happen if Boston wins, and how will the media spin the narrative?
So let me understand what he's saying. So he's saying
he ain't
now,
finished.
He got more.
Oh, he got more.
All right. He says he admits I am in sports and I am anti-media. I enjoy watching them try to spin stories and then prove them wrong. Trying to backtrack or walk back narratives and claim they never said what they claim. So this is a lot to unravel here. So let's start with the comparison between the Warriors and the 1950s and 1960s Celtics squad.
Who is comparing them to that?
Yeah.
Yes, I haven't heard that narrative either.
I'm the OG. I don't even know nothing about the 50 and 60 Celtics.
Right. I mean, we know that they won a lot. I mean, I guess what is that during the time when they won the 10 championships?
Yeah.
Was that was six? That's not the 50s though, wasn't that? Was the 60s, correct?
It would have, yeah, I would think it was the 60s, 70s, 60s, and 70s.
So his statement was, I disagree with the media's narrative that the Warriors are in any way compared or even in the same league as the Celtics dynasties in the 50s and 60s. So he's talking about he's comparing him. He's comparing their, wouldn't y'all say?
Right. And I honestly, I haven't heard, and I don't listen to a lot of the media, especially like the Stephen A. Smiths and the Shannon Sharps, and I don't really listen to a lot of their stuff. So I couldn't tell you if they are saying that they are comparing them to the 50s and 60s. I would rather try to compare them to maybe the Lakers of the late Lakers runs, or even maybe even the Bulls. You know, I don't see comparing them to anybody who's won 17 chips. You know, back then. I mean, if they're saying that, then I kind of agree with them. If they're trying to say that they're compared to them, I can agree with that.
The only thing that I see is, that the comparative nature right now that they're using is the fact that Draymond, Clay, and Steph have been together for 11 seasons now. That's the dynasty. I mean, I don't know, it was 10 or it's been a while where they were all drafted in the same draft, right? Okay. So they've been together because this is their ninth trip. How many finals have they gone to?
They've gone to 6, right? They're 3 and 5. So this is a 6-1.
Is it 6? Okay.
Yeah.
That's what they're comparing it to. The fact that these guys have been together. You build around these 3 guys. And back in the cut, you didn't get traded back then. Or, it was rare. It was rare that you got traded for some strange reason. Your longevity wasn't as long as it is nowadays. So you stayed on that same team. Hell, you stayed down the street from the stadium. You lived in that city. Now, trading is a part of the NBA, like going to the refrigerator and grabbing a drink. It's just way too common. So I hear what Dark Sage is saying. I disagree with the narrative too, if there is a narrative. Mm-hmm. But straight up and down, I don't know where the comparison is. I think this Warriors team will mop the floor with a 50s or 60s Celtics team. Mm-hmm. With the way Steph shoots. So I hope that we're capturing what he's saying in this in his long piece right here. But
all right, my guy Dark Sage.
I'm curious. Did we cover
this might be my guy Mark Small, man. I think that's who this is. I'm not sure. But he also says right now, I have seen California media. So he's in California. And so he probably is hearing it out there in California. The media, they pumping up the Golden State Warriors out there, I'm sure. He said, I have seen California media say that when they went to 5 consecutive finals versus the Cavs and the Raptors, that is all he heard out there, was that this team was basically the 2000s version of the 50s and 60s Celtics, who won 10 NBA titles. Mind you, these are the same people who claimed the Dodgers would win the NL West last year. And then, proven wrong, claim they never said that and keep trying to downplay everyone else's because their team lost. Okay. So,
man, either this dude has he types like crazy, or he has, when you speak type, and because there's no way this dude is typing that fast. But I feel him.
Yeah, no,
Golly.
I don't like that comparison either. So yeah, you can't compare the that's a bad comparison. Something like I said, something like the Bulls, something like the Lakers in the 2000s. You know, I can go with that more so than this right here in that one. So I agree with you on that one, Dark Sage. Hey man, welcome to the channel, Big Dog again. All right, since we're here, and my son, man, he says the host is as big as it gets for him, and he's talking about Trae Young. And is that a bad thing? I don't think that's a bad thing.
No. The Hawks is as big as it gets for
Trae
him.
Young. Yeah, talking about Trae Young.
TBH.
Yeah, to be honest.
Oh, look. Oh, okay. TBH. Cool. So, now, well, no. Wait a minute. Hold up, Chris. I want to make sure I'm clear on this. You're saying that because the Atlanta market is not big, you're saying that Trae is in his market that he's supposed to be in. Like he couldn't go to a New York, he couldn't go to a LA, he couldn't go to, right now Golden State is hot. This small market of Atlanta is, you saying that this is his fit? This is where he needs to be? Could he be anywhere? Okay, let's compare markets real quick, G.
Okay.
Our market, okay, if from 1 to 10, where is it? Like 1 being the high, 1 being the lowest, 10 being the highest. Atlanta's basketball market is where? I got my number in my head.
That's a great question. Okay. So you got you got New York and LA, of course. They're 1 and 2. Indiana, Detroit, 3 and 4.
Indiana? You going like the classic Indiana? Why'd you Indiana?
You talking about basketball, right?
Yeah.
Talking about basketball wise. Yeah, because
you say Indiana 3, like because that's where they made it. I mean, what? Huh?
I say 3. Detroit and Indiana 3 and 4. You can move it either way. I would put Atlanta maybe 5 and 6 with Miami. 5 and 6 for Miami.
Okay.
Just because Indiana, their arenas are going to sell out regardless. Their market for basketball, that's all they got, really.
Yeah, that's they feeding on it. Okay.
Yeah, it's basketball. So they're gonna. I think the. But are we okay? Are we talking about media market, or are we talking about
this? I mean, like just straight up business basketball. Basketball mecca. I ain't gonna say mecca, just a basketball magnet. How attractive is Atlanta for basketball? 1 through 10. 1 being the highest, 10 being the lowest.
4. I'm with or 4. I'm with James on that one. 4. And the reason, reason, and I guess I compared it to where would you want your All-Star game to be at?
We can host an All-Star game. Atlanta, right. We do all that.
Yeah.
That's
what I'm saying. You wouldn't want it in Indiana.
Yeah.
Is that you know what I mean? you don't want it in Portland. You don't want it in Chicago.
Well, I guess what I'm trying to grasp is when Chris said that this is it. This is it where this is it for Trae. Is this the only market that Trae can flourish in? Is this as big as it gets for Trae, Atlanta?
I don't think Atlanta's small though.
Okay. I got the question for you, G. Could he don the crimson and the purple and gold?
Yes.
That's a great question. I don't think so.
Or since you said Lakers in New York, are both ones. Which one would you? Which one could Trey? Which one could Trey be in? East Coast, West Coast, one.
Definitely East Coast. I think he can flourish in New York.
He's a New York one.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Okay,
why would he
okay.
be able to go to the Lakers then, G?
I don't think he LA is bigger than life. Like you have to be like Magic Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kobe Bryant, bigger than life. You don't have to be really bigger than life in New York. Like you can be a star.
Y'all just had Russell Westbrook.
But he's bigger than life.
But Russ is not the signature player. If Trey comes, Trey's trying to be the signature player, right? He's the guy. Like LeBron James. LeBron James is the guy in LA. The bigger than life type person. Trey Young, you don't have to be that. You don't have to be.
But look at what Chris said though.
You said, look what Chris said. Go ahead.
I said, look what Chris said. He was saying this is as good as it gets. As good as it gets, Atlanta. That's what that's why I was more or less using. Now, LA, we're gonna have to come back to that because that's a garbage statement that you gave, to me when you just had a garbage performance out of Russell Westbrook. And I think Trey would have done a much better job, playing with LeBron. That's just my opinion. We can come back to that. And I know you would defend that with all your honor for LA, but listen here, So I could see him better fitting in as a New York Knick to me also. But to say that this was as good as it gets, I disagree with Chris. I do think that you can plug Trey in, a few places, and then he could probably flourish even a little bit better than Atlanta. Atlanta, we've just embraced him a little bit, because this is the guy we drafted, this is the guy we love, this is the guy that has fit in as an ATL in.
So Kanisha says, and welcome to the show, Kanisha. She said he could play in either, but he wouldn't be a star of the team. Is that in New York or is that in LA? Kanisha.
He would be a star in New York.
Yeah, he definitely would.
Yeah.
I think he'll be a what they call him, a Jag. He'll be a Jag in LA.
A Jag?
Yeah.
What? What the hell are you talking about? A what? What did he say, G?
A Jag. Just another guy.
OG.
Just another guy.
Oh, brain trip. Jag, just another guy. Okay. Hey, look, slap. Okay, slap. Sounds like a plan.
If I'm not mistaken, so G said he's gonna be just another guy. But I remember this season, and I think last season too, he was absolutely pro Trey Young.
Oh yeah. Oh, Trey's a beast.
So if he's a beast, how is he gonna be just another guy? Because he goes to the Lakers?
Yeah, absolutely, man. It's different playing in LA, dog. It's different.
But you don't know who else could be on that. Who else would be on the team by then if he was to go?
Right now, you still got LeBron and AD over there.
So you don't think he'd be a better fit for the Lakers than Westbrook?
He probably would.
But he's just another guy. So that means Westbrook is just
he'll be just another guy though. He'll fit in.
Hey man, Chuck, I see where you're going, man. He don't see this.
So you think he's gonna go there and be a superstar or an all-star in LA?
Yeah, I think so.
And me, I guess Kanisha and I are the only ones over here thinking rationally.
My thing about that is if he's not a star or a superstar, and he's your point guard, then I thought so goes your point guard, so goes your team. If you have nobody that can lead, then you got 2 point. I guess you got a 6'9" point guard, 6'10" point guard too.
Uh-huh.
But sooner or later, that point guard is gonna have to play his position, and let somebody else play the point. But you said this coach that's coming in is gonna do that, which I don't believe it, but we'll see.
Chris, where you at, man? Kind of tell me what you meant, man, because you don't put us off on this diatribe.
We all in the ditch.
Yeah.
A to the Z Media Network says, man, there's only one ball. He'd be a star, but wouldn't have the same numbers due to only having one ball.
And I can go for that. That's fair. You know,
a star? I don't think he'd be a star.
Hey, listen, man. Okay.
In LA.
What about the Clippers?
Yeah. Now you can go to Clippers and be a star.
See, you see. Oh boy, see you tripping.
That's
disrespectful.
Nobody cares about the Clippers.
You don't.
No, nobody does.
Oh, who cares? Who cares about LA besides you and my brother right now?
Yeah. Everybody talks about LA. Everybody loves the Lakers. Like it is what it is.
No, they don't. I definitely don't.
It's LA town. It's a Lakers town. It's period.
No, it's not a Laker town. You know what? Hold up. Where's Golden State? In San Francisco? Okay, that's San Francisco. That's the ticket right now. San Francisco. But that's the ticket. Not LA.
So Zach says nobody cares about the Lakers but Laker fans. I mean that's
right.
Funny y'all say that. That's funny y'all say that, but
what's up, Zach? Where you been, bro? Where you been, Z? Yeah, man, come on, man.
So are you trying to say that the Lakers have the same name that the Cowboys try to have?
What?
Are they supposed to be? Is the Lakers supposed to be America's team as far as basketball?
They are not America's team as far as basketball. Don't even do that.
Team, but everything is better. Everything is better when the Lakers are playing. Our Lakers are good. Plain and simple.
No,
just like everything is better when the Knicks are good. It is how it is, man. So, and the Celtics. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about if the Clippers are good. The Clippers ain't been good in how long? Nobody cares about that.
Let me tell you something. When Kawhi Leonard comes back, which I ain't gonna lie to you, I forgot about that dude the whole season. Man, that's crazy. I'm sad that I'm saying it like that, but when he does come back, it's gonna be a better ticket than the Lakers. Why didn't that dude come back? He been hurt all season.
Because he gets paid to sit on the bench. What do you mean?
What's up, big Nalo Jordan? Because he what?
Hello, big truck driver, my dog. Yeah,
my man is in this thing, certified. What's happening?
Hey,
but no, when Kawhi Leonard comes back, that ticket is gonna be worth more than a Lakers ticket if he comes back. The doctor said that he was clear.
He said, "No need to waste his time coming back." He's getting paid. He's getting paid.
He's definitely getting paid. Getting paid.
So Zach says, man, nobody wants the Lakers to be good, but Laker fans. And nobody knows about the second part of my statement because the Knicks are never good.
Okay, Zach. Okay, Zach is a super mecca New York super fan.
Right.
Zach, can Trae Young fit into the New York way of life in terms of being a superstar in New York City? He said, Corey, I would slap you. Hey, man, I'm just keeping it 100. Let's keep it a buck right now. LeBron didn't bring that value up of that ticket for the Lakers. I don't think so. Russell Westbrook definitely didn't bring y'all value up. AD, no. The value of that ticket, come on, bro. Those three guys right there. I love LeBron James, but he brought in a terrible supporting cast as far as bringing up the brand of the Lakers.
Did you see the amount of games that were on TV featuring the Lakers?
That's like the Yankees.
Everybody wants it. It's not the Laker fans. They know where the big ticket is. The big ticket's LA, not the Clippers.
No.
The Lakers. That's
No.
right, man. Corey, you capping, dog. You capping, man.
No. Hold
Chris
up.
said it right, man. You capping, dog. So right now, the Warriors are the best team in California, right?
Huh? Yeah.
The Warriors are trying to close out tomorrow. What's going to happen? Will the Warriors close the game out, or will the Boston Celtics hold off and make this a game 7?
I'm scared of the Celtics, man. They're scary good to me. You know, I think everybody is expecting the Warriors to win. I'm expecting them to win. I want them to win. You know, I want to see them do what they're supposed to do. But man, the Celtics, they're not gonna go down. Simple. They're not finna just lay down. I think it's gonna be a game 7, but I don't want to play that game. Go out and do this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Close them out. Kill them in 6. You feel me?
Right.
They scare me. You know what I'm saying? They're not to be played with. Like I said, Brown, Tatum, Smart, Al Horford. Al just keeps shooting threes. In my mind, I'm like, why this big dude keep shooting threes? But they set the play up for him to do it.
Right.
But I want him to go ahead and finish this thing out. But yo, man, what do y'all think is going to happen? Is Steph going to be Steph? Like, if Steph wants to be placed in that Mount Rushmore, he's going to have to close out somewhere else. Michael Jordan has closed out in Utah. Michael Jordan closed out, Kobe closed out in Boston. Close out. You got to close out somewhere on somebody else's home court to get a little bit of recognition here. Even LeBron James, I think they went to the C's and they, when they, in the Eastern Conference Finals, close them out in Boston. You got to close out somewhere else. Win it. Don't always have to win it at home, but where you at? What are you thinking?
I think it's over. I think it's over. I think they broke that the Celtics haven't lost back-to-back games, all playoffs. They broke that streak winning this game 5. And then they won on the hands of not Steph Curry, not Klay Thompson, but Andrew Wiggins. Andrew Wiggins had a monster game. And Steph Curry couldn't throw it in the water. Couldn't throw it in the ocean. You're not going to have that happen again. He's not going to miss like he missed on Sunday night or Monday night. I don't.
They said this is since 2018 that he didn't get a 3.
Yeah, he went like 237 games or something crazy like that, dog.
Without a 3.
But yeah, so that's not happening again. And then it's game 6, and who comes out in game 6?
Mr. Thompson.
Mr. Thompson.
My man said they called me Mr. Game 6.
Yeah. So it was a valiant effort by the Boston Celtics, but I think the Warriors are going to come there and they're not going to give them any confidence. They're going to come in and try to smack them early, man, and come out with that dub on their home court.
Let me tell you something. I'm gonna say this again. I am tired of Smart flopping. Let me tell you something, man. I get so frustrated. I get this a part of the game, but man, this dude is a Kyle Lowry. I don't know if they buddies. LeBron is a flopper. Luka flopper. Mm-hmm. Some guys are just. I'm talking about this dude will be on the floor and looking like, hey, I just hit the floor. And I watched the ref did it on one of the plays. He was just like, I know he want to go, get up, get up. You're always on the floor.
Right. Chip, are you there, big dog?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. What are you seeing in game 6, man?
Oh, it's over.
Whoa.
It's over. Put it on record.
Yeah.
Okay, why are you so sure now?
Because Boston was able to win. I mean, not Boston. Golden State was able to win, but with Steph Curry having what? Excuse me, I got a mask on. 14 or 16 points.
Mm-hmm.
So
Was it that
going to
much?
Boston, huh?
I was about to say, was it that much?
So going to Boston, it's gonna be you're gonna see another game that he had the last game he had in Boston. You're gonna see a repeat performance.
Ooh. Okay.
Right.
Uh-oh.
So
Can y'all hear me?
yeah, we hear you. We hear
You
you.
good?
So the crew and you was all picking the Warriors to win in not Corey. Corey, you picking it? Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm just letting y'all know. I mean, I still like to keep it 100. I'm picking the Warriors.
Yeah. But in 6 now.
I'm just, like we're all sports fans here. Yeah. Huh?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Did y'all hear what I said?
No.
My bad. I was saying there's gonna be 6 because Golden State showed what they can do without Steph Curry having one of his great games in his last game, and supporting Cavs picked up and brought that dub. So right. I said this game is gonna be a repeat performance for Steph Curry of the last one he had in Boston. So he go party on the Boston floor.
Okay. Yeah, we did hear that. I heard that.
Okay.
Yeah, I did hear that.
Boston, in my mind, doesn't pull the players out like New York. You know how New York people want to shine in New York. They don't do that in Boston. You know what I'm saying? It's been a while since somebody goes. He finna show out in Boston. Yeah. I don't know. Draymond I want Draymond to hold himself together he did much better. I ain't gonna lie. He had a much better game. Came out way aggressive. Came out the Draymond that we were used to seeing. Cause he took a lot of criticism. Mm-hmm. He took a lot of heat about the fouling out, about the points, but he showed us what he can do. But he just still tends to. I don't know why he fouls out, or why it's been an issue, but it came at a good time. When he fouled out, it was still about two minutes left, so it wasn't as bad. So it's gonna be tough. The past 3 games, he has had a lot of foul trouble in Boston early. Looney early. Klay Thompson, he got 2 early. I'm sorry, Steph got 2 early. All 4 of them did.
Yeah.
They just have to be careful because they I don't know, it's ticky-tacky getting to Boston. And we understand how the NBA works. They want to see 7 games. Mm-hmm. But if you a closer, MJ, I ain't gonna lie, did Mike ever go 7? I don't think he ever went 7.
Never went 7. Yeah.
No. Yeah. So you got some kind of way they got to close out in Boston. I want them to close out in Boston.
Yeah.
From Boston.
James Littlejohn says game 7. He said it's going 7, and he will bet the TCY wings if they go. I think he's still.
We ain't paid out our wings. Look, I don't know what I owe anybody. I don't know. I owe cake, I owe wings, all kinds of.
Hey, he also said that Boston's gonna win in 6, so now they gonna win in 7.
Yeah.
And his prediction didn't happen.
So he just switched it.
He asked for an apology because he said they're gonna win by, I think 14. Boston gonna win one game by 14 points, then they end up winning by 15. We can't give an apology because he predicted Boston's gonna win the next game too, and they didn't.
Facts.
So James Littlejohn, you welcome.
Hey, let's welcome my dog A to the Z Media Network. Hi, dog. Zach, what up, Brody?
How's it going, guys?
The baby face assassin.
Yeah. Yep.
What's good, bro?
No, I came on to answer a question, but then I had trouble finding my laptop, so I forget. What was the question, Chuck? I mean, or was it Corey?
Yeah. So like I said, so the question was brought up between Luka and Trey Young, which are remember they were in the draft, they were synonymous for being traded the day of. We probably could have ended up with Luka, but we ended up with Trey. So we were trying to figure out which one was the best fit. So Galen's son had brought up that Trey was in, I guess this was the best he can get, which was Atlanta. Then we kind of came up with, what are the best markets here? We all agree that LA on the West Coast, New York on the East Coast, being the Mecca. So the question was for me, because I asked Galen, I said, could he be a Laker? Galen said no, but he said that he could be a New York Knick. You being a super New York Knicks fan, which one does Trey fit in better with?
Well, he's a shooter that can play make and create his own shot and create shots for others. So anybody like that could play with LeBron. I mean, you gotta think. I mean, D Wade was his number 2 for 2 championships, and the dude had a streaky jump shot at best. So you have Trey Young and his ability to shoot the ball, stretch the floor. He can play make for other people. It's just only one ball, so they'd have to both take a little bit of a step back and let each other cook every once in a while. But he'd fit fine with LeBron. He just don't play no defense. That's his problem. But yeah, as far as scoring and winning, they'd win a lot more games than they would with Westbrook.
Woo, thank you. So, but like I said, you better a Knick or better a Laker?
I guess it depends on the supporting cast, but he's built for both markets. I mean, he's a villain in New York. To anybody who succeeds at the biggest stage in New York and becomes a villain can definitely play for New York. Like Reggie Miller would have been just fine with the Knicks, but Trey Young would absolutely be a star anywhere he goes. Now, is he a star is he better than Luka? That's a whole different argument, but he's a star in his own right.
So my argument with Luka was longevity. 10 years from now, I don't see Luka being as durable. I just thought that Trey would have lasted. I don't see it. He's a big fella.
Yeah, but he's never been athletic. He relies on his craftiness.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Even when being crafty, when you get older, crafty becomes crappy. You know what I mean?
I mean, look at different positions, different size, but sort of the same style. Dirk Nowitzki. Was never athletic. He was crafty, and he played 20 years. Larry Bird was never athletic. He was crafty.
He got crappy in the end too, though. He was
a Hall of Famer, one of the best to ever do it.
He was a Hall of Famer before that back got bad, though. Larry was already there. You know what I mean? But
I can combat that as far as Trey Young's a small guard. Small guards that eventually he won't be able to go to the rim and even try to attack the rim. He'll get he can get hurt. He's really frail. He's small.
No.
He's small.
Frail. He's tough. He's scrappy now.
Yeah, once he gets older, he becomes frail. Like Isaiah Thomas was a stud for how long, and then he got one injury. Smaller guards that are offensive minded.
I was telling my brother, I think he has to get stronger, like Steph Curry did. You see, Steph Curry got strong. He has to do the same thing. If not, he's going to be just like Isaiah Thomas.
And Luka can drop 20 pounds, and that's just a part of maturity. Once he gets older, he could drop some weight, be lighter, but I think he's the more complete player than Trey Young. Because you got to think Trey Young had John Collins, who's very, very good at what he does there. They had Clint Capella, who could be in the running for defensive team every year, all defensive kind of guy. You have Gallinari, who can create his own shot with the best of them. You got Herter, who can create his own shot. You had, help me out here. You got a bunch of guys there in Atlanta that can play make and make their own shots for themselves. And Bogdanovich and Dallas has Reggie Bullock, who can catch and shoot, has Jalen Brunson, who can create his own shot, who's very good. But other than Jalen Brunson, no one else can create their own shot.
Tim Hardaway
took them to the playoffs every year. Luka's been in the playoffs except for his first year. Every year.
Tim Hardaway Jr. He can
but he's always hurt, and he's very, very, very inconsistent. You got guys like Herter and and Bogdanovich and Collins and Capella, all those guys, you know what you're going to get from them every night. They might have their off nights like everybody else, but but more than likely they're a lot less streaky than a Tim Hardaway Jr. I've watched pretty much his whole career. He's very, very inconsistent, always injury prone, and he wasn't there the whole playoff run until the very, very end, and he was rusty.
Yeah,
and he was hurt very, very often in the Clippers series too, and like whenever he was going in the playoffs, pretty much every year, Tim Hardaway wasn't there or was a non-factor.
Yeah, and that
they're both great though. The trade worked out.
I think so too. I think both teams got what they wanted. So, yeah.
Chuck, how you doing? I don't hear much from the Commanders fan. How are you doing? You still crying in a picture of Carson Wentz?
Oh Lord,
listen here, Zach. No, I'm not crying, but you Cowboy fans are going to be.
Why won't you show your face if you're not crying?
He on assignment. Yeah, he on assignment.
He's on location right now.
I'm just messing.
Yeah,
But let's
wait a minute. You know what? Hold up, G. Go ahead, Chuck.
I see under normal circumstances, Zach, I would not have any problem showing my face.
I know that. I was messing with you.
But when the season starts, we're going to see who will and who won't show their face.
Well, you know me. No matter win or lose, I will show my face, and I will probably pick them to lose.
We won't have that problem this year, y'all. People are going to show up.
See, here we go. What episode is this?
Zach,
I need to make sure I write that down and highlight it.
I'll remind him. Don't worry, Chuck. We'll remember. What was you say, Corey?
I was gonna cause some controversy, but I'll let G just keep on moving. We'll do that for
go ahead and call the controversy. You do it. No need stopping now.
Okay, Zach. We've had some heated discussions the past week and a half. Ownership.
I've been watching.
Okay. So you are a Cowboys fan, just like my man G over here.
Yeah. Not just like we have completely different opinions, but yeah, we're Cowboys fans.
But I'm just saying you are a Cowboy super fan as well. So Andrea Davis, she is the illegitimate child of Jerry Jones, correct?
Yeah.
The question came up that I posed to my co-guy, my co-host here. Is she? How would I put this up? Because they didn't like how I put this before. But does she get a piece of this empire, this $6 billion empire that Jerry has created? That his children are going to split however ways. Does she deserve some of this?
Yeah. She can't pick who her dad is. I mean, she can't pick that she has a deadbeat as a father.
Okay.
I mean,
so, huh?
Yeah, no, but because he was a father to the other kids and completely avoided, ignored this one, she don't deserve it. I mean, I think she deserves. I don't know what like percentage or anything like that, but I think she deserves something. Like whatever that something is. But I think she deserves more than just part of the Cowboys. I think she deserves a lot of lost time that can't get back. From him completely abandoning her.
So G and his wife said that technically they don't owe her nothing. She don't get anything. She don't
because of her mother signing that.
Yeah, and the will.
Yeah.
If there's nothing left to her in the will, then that's just would that kill his legacy if he didn't leave her anything?
I think a lot of other things have killed his legacy, or will, or can, like the fact that he just completely ignored that he had a daughter and hid it from the public. That's the more important part of this. Like, take away the Cowboys, take away all this. Like, you guys have known like a little bit of what I told you about my son. Like,
sure.
The lost time that I had, I would kill for that back.
Wow.
And then you got some fathers that, like Jerry, who as long as if it hurts his image, he don't care. That hits a nerve with me though. So maybe I'm looking at it a little bit of a different angle because of my life. But
I feel you. So I was under the impression that I felt like she that she deserved a part of the Cowboy legacy. And G was like, no.
Should probably run the team better.
My man said no, but I felt like, like when they take a picture, of the new ownership for the Cowboys, if when Jerry does pass, it's coming, So there's some commonality
He
that we
said that. Like it's coming.
it's coming because he's old, but and I didn't realize he was with the same wife, but yeah, it's coming. But I appreciate your input on that one. G, how you feel about this?
Before G goes, honestly, I don't think anybody's gonna. I think Steven's just gonna take over and be status quo like Jerry. I don't think any of the other kids will get. They might get like a stake in ownership or like money wise, but I think Steven's gonna run the team and nobody else. Well, Steven and McClay, it's just like Steven will be Jerry.
And Jerry Jr. Jerry Jr. is part of it too.
Event once he gets, I think he's still. But Jerry Jr. is part of it. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I'm talking like as far as the grandkids and like the rest
Charlotte.
of them.
Yeah, Charlotte, she part of it too. So they.
I mean, like the football side, Stephen Jones, like as far as personnel and drafting and all this stuff, he's gonna have the main. He's gonna be the main face that everybody sees.
Yes, he's gonna be Jerry Jones.
Right.
Yeah, he's gonna be Jerry Jones.
Yeah, he'd be Jerry.
All right, so we are now into our mini camp for the NFL, and this is the last week before they take their break, and then come back in July, man, for training camp. Mini camp is mandatory around the league. Lamar Jackson and Kyler Murray both want contracts like
Max.
what Dak got, like what Joe Burrow and these players are getting, max contracts. Do y'all think that Lamar Jackson and Kyler Murray deserve max contracts?
I think Lamar does, but Kyler would. I mean, I think it is. I think he'll get a big one. I don't know about like super deal what he wants.
Right.
But like Baltimore, the philosophy over their 12, 13 win seasons, 11 win seasons, they've been in the playoffs. They've been in, and finally, last time they were in the playoffs, won a playoff game. So they're taking the next step. And Lamar got hurt. A lot of the players got hurt this year.
Mm-hmm.
But their normal game plan is, I mean, they haven't given him a whole lot of great receivers. They have Mark Andrews, who's a great tight end, and they've had a good running game. But that whole offense lives and dies with Lamar. And their formula has been build a great defense, and have Lamar carry you.
Right.
So if you have a guy that's done that for you and pulled you out of the Joe Flacco days, with a transition that was smoother than anybody could probably imagine, you got to pay the man. It's not like as far like Dak, and I don't want to clown Dak. I'm not saying, but he's a different style of quarterback. He's a pass. He's more of a passer. He needs more weapons around him. He needs more, different things. That's why I didn't see paying him as much as they paid him. But with Lamar, I mean, you still have a great line there, and pretty much you could throw any receiver out there. The threat is his dual threat ability. That's what runs that team.
Right.
So you got to take care of Lamar.
Like me and my wife had this conversation. You have ownership that don't necessarily believe that he is. Well, I ain't gonna say don't believe. They're hesitant. They're saying that maybe his long-term, ability to stay upright is in jeopardy, because he's been ripping and running. Now this is his fourth season, right? It's been an MVP. Did they go to the Super Bowl?
No.
I mean, they came close.
Second round. Second round.
Okay. All right. So,
but as a young team, so they'll get, if they stay together and stay healthy, they'll get there.
Sure. So I was trying to. I guess my point was, if I were his agent, and you have a system that's kind of leery or they don't believe wholeheartedly, let me go. Let him go and flourish somewhere else. But they have. My wife sounded like a owner, or she sounded like the management team. But we're not sure. If long term, he'll be able to stay upright. When they say stuff like that, that can shoot a quarterback's confidence a little bit. Because, he was just saying, listen, I mean, it's my fourth. I'm going into my fourth season. I think I deserve a max deal.
And it's also too, like, think back, like, the RG3 days. I mean, medicine wasn't as evolved. Like, knee surgeries weren't as evolved as they are now. Even back then, because they rushed RG3 back. I don't think the Ravens would ever do that, what the Commanders would have done. But, and like Michael Vick had a pretty long career. Cam Newton had a pretty long career for how much punishment he took as far as like running over linebackers. Lamar's almost impossible to tackle. He hasn't really even taken a big hit, at all, let alone, he hasn't taken you can't remember or can't find tape on one where he completely got his bell rung.
Right.
So he's done a good job of that. And my response, if I was his agent, would be like, well, you don't believe in him. How about you get him some more help and better and more receivers to throw the ball to, and actually, because my fiance is a Ravens fan. I've watched every Ravens game since Lamar's rookie season. They make
congratulations on your engagement too, brother.
Yeah, we get married September 10th. Thank you. But every time they make him in the regular season, they'll run him to death, run him till the wheels fall off. And then when it comes playoff time or it comes against a good team and they game plan against that, he hasn't developed as a passer to the point where he can beat you by himself. That's on Baltimore. When you're beating up on all these bad teams, let him throw the ball a little bit. Get him game reps. Like start that transition now. Like what Michael Vick did when he went to Philly, he became more of a passer.
Passer, yeah.
So it's someone around him, even if it's Michael Vick, even if it's get a mentor around him, actually invest in him. And if you invest the money and you invest all those resources and make him a better quarterback, sky's the limit.
So with that being said, can you give somebody that you don't trust in to throw the ball a max contract?
Well, I trust him to throw the ball. What I mean by that is the coaching staff not giving him enough exposure in a game of putting a game in his hands. Like when Dak got the big deal, even before that, they put big games in his hands. Whether he won or lost, that's a different story. Right. But he's gotten better. I don't think much better, but he's gotten a little bit better in big games because he's had that experience. Mm-hmm. Lamar, his first couple of years in the playoffs, he didn't get those big game experience. They made him run the ball, read option, easy, simple defenses to attack and offenses to attack and game plan against. And then all of a sudden, they give him more complex things in the biggest game of his life at that time, a playoff game. Mm-hmm. Any quarterback would fall. You know what I'm like Tom Brady when he came in for Drew Bledsoe. They made it easy, but then every week the game plans got harder and harder, and the trust got more and more and more. How are you going to know you trust a guy until you give him a chance? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because he has a cannon. He can make every throw. It's not like he can't.
Right.
Yeah, that man's got a rocket arm.
He has a strong arm. I don't know how accurate he is, but he has a very strong arm. Like he's good on deep balls.
I think his completion percentage is right near or a little bit better than Dak's.
Yeah. But he don't throw it nearly as much. So
right, but that's the Ravens' fault. Get him more reps.
He's going to be. I mean, he's had 2,800 yards, 2,700, 3,000 was his most.
Yeah, but
that was his MVP season.
Yeah, but my thing is you got to give him more reps. That's not his fault. That's the coordinators and game plans' fault.
Last year he got sacked 38 times.
You get sacked 38 times, then you blame me, or you're saying that I'm a little leery, that you may stay upright. Hey, I'm not upright because you don't give me a line. Then they got rid of one of the best bookend linemen. He got traded to, or either they released him to Kansas City. What's the big kid named
Orlando Brown.
Gilbert Brown. Yeah, Orlando Brown. Yeah,
he was a stud.
Yeah, his dad was gangster. His dad was the same way. But they got rid of him on his backside. Mm-hmm. So of course he's gonna take a hit. I think I feel the same way with Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray is scrambling his ass off, like there's eggs out there, mm-hmm. and he's making plays. Now he has more weapons.
Right.
He definitely has more weapons than the wide receiver. But if you give if you give Lamar Jackson two guys on the wide receiver, if they do better that way, yeah, I'm pretty sure he'll do a lot better. But you got to bring in a name, somebody that he can trust, they can get the ball to.
Let me take it to the Cowboys for a minute. You tell me Lamar would only have those numbers, and you wouldn't be able to trust him if Zeke and Pollard were his backs, if Lamb, Amari Cooper, Schultz, Gallup, if he had all those weapons, you mean to tell me he wouldn't be in a dynamic offense? I won MVP with Sammy Watkins and Hollywood Brown.
Like you said, it was his running that did it though. I don't think it's his passing. I think he's a horrible passer.
I think Dak's a horrible passer too. But he gets blanketed.
That's fair,
but he gets blanketed by all those weapons.
He's giving you 5,000 yards almost a game.
And
this guy
50% completion percentage in the playoffs when it actually gets stacked against him.
You can try to name that one.
And and he throw him 47, 48 times every game?
No, he's not.
How many times he throw in Tampa?
Oh, he did. They didn't run the ball in Tampa. How many
a lot of times they will go. He at least gets 30 attempts a game.
How many times he throw in San Diego then?
San Diego?
The next game.
Like 32, 33?
No, it wasn't. Like 28.
Okay, that's still more than Lamar throws.
So you're right, G. Lamar would be a better fit in Dallas. He would.
He would be. You got read options. Look at the backs. Look at the backs he does it with. Like last year, even when he was healthy, they were all hurt. He had practice. He had Le'Veon Bell, practice squad backs.
Yeah.
If he had Zeke and Pollard and Dallas's offensive line right now, even with all the issues we had, is still better than Baltimore's. And you have what?
Their offensive line?
They have Tyron Smith in Baltimore. Do they have Zach Martin?
He didn't play. How many games did he play last year?
Do they have Zach Martin?
Did he play last year?
Do they have Zach Martin?
We do have Zach Martin. That's a good one we had last year.
Terrence Steele?
Terrence
Steele was the reason Leo Collins got released. But I'm saying, name Baltimore's offensive line other than Ronnie Stanley.
I have to go pull it up. I had to go pull it up because I don't know their thing at the top. But
still, you have better running backs that his running becomes even more dangerous. You don't know who you're going to hand the ball off to, and you got a lot of short, dink and dunk weapons that CeeDee Lamb can take it to the house off of a small screen or a small pass or short pass. Tony Pollard can do that. Dalton Schultz is a security blanket. He'd still have a security blanket, not as good as Mark Andrews, but he'd also have a better offensive coordinator, too. Kellen Moore's better than what they got because all they want to do is pound the ball 50, 60 times a game.
Damn. Right. So
they would have a better situation in Dallas. And he's already an MVP without a good situation.
That would be best for Lamar.
That's what I'm saying. He's already an MVP.
Lamar has never been a thrower. He wasn't a thrower in Louisville. He ain't a thrower in Baltimore.
He had like 75 all-purpose touchdowns in 1 year. And like 45 of them were passing.
And
he could be a better passer. He's going to be a better passer. Yeah, he will be a better passer.
He had 45 passing touchdowns when?
I'll look it up for you.
What, in a season?
In the season? Nigga, who's this, Dan Marino?
Is he talking about when he was in Louisville? Like all together? Okay, I mean, as a passer, I mean, not in one season though, right? I'm not saying in a season.
No, he not. I hope not.
You're saying
no? I didn't mean one season. I didn't mean 1 season. I meant like the last 2 years. So like,
okay, yeah.
I was, but yeah, he was.
I can go for that.
He's been. It's not like he can't throw the ball. He was an MVP as a quarterback.
2 seasons? Yeah, 75 touchdowns in the last 2 seasons.
Yeah, and then just in the NFL, 36 touchdowns in 1 year. You know, like it's not like he can't throw the ball. Anytime you have over 30 plus, what's Dak's career high in passing touchdowns?
I don't know.
Less than 36. I'm willing to bet.
I do believe that if he were put in the Cowboys situation, he would flourish. I do. I'll agree with that. I think that
which most quarterbacks would in Dallas. You got so many weapons. Cooper Rush beat Minnesota in a good game.
He had 142 yards.
Yeah, but he won.
Oh gosh,
he won.
Come on.
That's not a Cooper Rush thing. What I mean is we have a good supporting cast in Dallas. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Joe, you still with us?
Our defense
Yeah,
played.
I'm still with you on paper. On paper, Zach. Hey,
Larry
but
Kennedy, what's up, big dog? What's up,
His,
coach?
his
I do have a
sophomore,
question for y'all.
his sophomore year in Louisville, 30 touchdowns, 3,500 yards, and 10 starts.
30 touchdowns.
3,500 yards in 10 starts. Yeah,
Right.
in 10 games.
Okay.
So I do have a question for y'all. So I guess is everybody in agreement that Lamar should get paid?
Yeah.
I'm not.
Okay,
I
so,
Hater, dude.
so
Did you think Dak should get paid?
Yep.
so what was the overall verdict about Murray?
Oh, definitely not Murray. Murray.
So
ain't
my
good.
my question about that is, if you don't pay him, then and he walks, then what's your alternative? Or who's your
I
alternative?
mean, it's not hard to replace 5 for 24 in a playoff game.
That's
I mean,
one game.
Dak's terrible in
saying
playoffs, but he makes Dak look like Dan Marino.
What quarterback is out there that's available that's better than he is right now? That's available. Magic word being available. That's not in the contract with a
Right
team
now, everybody has their team set.
Exactly. My point.
So you're not paying him this year.
When
You have to pay him next year.
Next year.
So new free agent class, new draft class.
Both guys, you don't have to pay this year.
Right.
No.
Yeah, next year.
So,
but that's why you normally deal the year before, so they're gonna just haul ass on you and say, well, listen, I don't want to deal anymore. You deal the year before, to kind of seal them in, to put them in the right spot. But I just feel like they're waiting. Huh? Yeah, they're just waiting too long. Sometimes you bring that quarterback in so his confidence isn't shot. I think Larry Kennedy said quarterbacks can be successful. He says that quarterbacks to be successful need a good O-line, a good line, running backs, good. We all understand that, but ownership does have to trust them. But at the same time, the quarterback also has to feel needed. They have to feel like you don't want to do a situation where you're what's the guy in Cleveland?
Baker.
Shoot him down. You can really kill the dude's confidence when you're not confident in his ability to be a franchise guy.
But you're not confident because you've seen him in practice. You've seen this guy not be successful in doing that.
Baker just led the Browns to a playoff win.
Oh, I'm not talking about Baker. Oh. Yeah, I'm not talking about Baker. I'm talking about Lamar Jackson.
But he's one of them. He's one of the guys that
MVP of the league, dude.
He was.
And you don't feel like he should get a max deal?
No.
And you thought Dak should?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Hey man,
that's being biased, G.
I know.
Not being biased.
Fellas, keep it going. I got to leave a little earlier today.
I can't trust Lamar.
I can't trust you. You know what? I can't trust you.
I like what Lamar does, but Lamar he's a running quarterback. That's what he is. He's a running quarterback.
Yeah. Also, too, Dak was a running quarterback in college, and who groomed him?
Right.
The Cowboys.
Yeah.
The Ravens didn't bother to groom Lamar Jackson. They just
threw him out there,
and he's still dangerous.
Right.
And he's still one of the best in the game.
He's talented.
I'm saying is, if you groom him the way he probably should be, the sky is the limit for Lamar Jackson, even a Kyler Murray too, because Kyler Murray hasn't even really been. He's just kind of been the same as he was at Oklahoma. As far they haven't invested a whole lot to groom them to change to better their game.
Right.
Like Dak was nothing but a glorified Tim Tebow in college. Just a little bit more accurate. He ran over people. He was more running. They didn't trust him to throw in big games, and then he, developed.
He threw a little more than you giving him credit for at Mississippi State.
He was more of a running quarterback.
Yeah, he was more of a duel.
That's what Lamar is.
He's more of a running. Like he's going to be like, hey, I'm gonna run first, then pass second.
That may be his first year, not our first couple of years. He's been slowly more of a dual threat. He isn't like the same rookie Lamar that ran 30 times and threw 15.
I mean, in 20, he had 2,700 yards.
That's even when Flacco was a quarterback who was a pocket passer, never hit 4,000 yards. He was always 3,300. No, he didn't. He's the only he was the only quarterback, or maybe it was 30 touchdowns, but he literally was the only quarterback ever in a tenure or more to not make a Pro Bowl, not have 30 touchdowns. And that's because Baltimore's always emphasized the run game.
Yeah.
Even when they had a pocket passer.
Yeah, that's true. No,
so it doesn't matter who you throw at quarterback. Brett Huntley, or you could throw RG3 in there, which they're both about the same. But if you put a pocket passer in there, they're still going to run the ball because that's Baltimore's identity.
Right.
That's where I have a problem with Baltimore.
Right.
They don't have the Ray Lewis defenses anymore. They actually have to be able to throw the ball.
They haven't developed Lamar to where he probably could have been.
They never have developed Joe Flacco either. To what he could have been, because he had the tools to be a lot better than what he was. Because he won a Super Bowl and was real clutch when he was younger. And he just stayed the same because they thought Joe Cool was enough. Well,
right, because they had a great defense, so
a great running game.
And a great running game.
Ray Rice went down the tubes. The defense went down the tubes, and then you're just left with the game manager who you never developed, and a lesser team.
What's up, Lamar Fields? Welcome to the show, big dog. BB, welcome to the show. Hey, my dog agrees with everything I say. I appreciate that. BB.
Well, he's another Georgia guy. Can't blame him. No,
He a Cowboy fan that like to look good on paper too.
So back to Kyler Murray then, and y'all are saying, what are you saying, OG, with Kyler Murray? Should they pay him?
I would say you should pay the man because we're talking about draft picks. We're talking about free agency, but you don't know what's going to be available if this dude walks.
Yeah,
you're not going to be the only team out there that's going to be looking for a quarterback.
Yep,
that's true.
But that's if you don't trust the guy, Chuck. That's what the organizations do. They take the risk.
Yeah.
But I did say he should be paid. Just I don't think
the max.
He should get paid Patrick Mahomes money, or I don't think he should get paid, even Lamar Jackson money, Aaron Rodgers money. I don't think Dak money. I don't think he should get paid that much.
Right.
Unless if he would have had a good, even if they lost the playoffs, it's a team sport. It's not one player that wins you games.
Right.
Contrary to what a lot of people may think.
Right.
If 5 for 24, you get benched in your first playoff game.
But the dude ran for life all night long, man.
I get that, but I know a lot of people that ran for their lives in a playoff game and completed more than 5 passes. Dak ran for his life the whole 49ers game, and as much as I get on him, he completed more than 5 passes.
He didn't have Aaron Donald breathing down his throat.
No, but that's one player again, but still, it doesn't matter who is breathing down his neck. Still should be able to scheme up something where he completes more than 5 passes. Is my deal.
Do you give him Kirk Cousins money?
I think more than Kirk Cousins, but yeah.
More than Kirk. Yeah.
I'd rather go into a game with Kyler Murray as my quarterback than Kirk Cousins. I think he deserves top 10 money. I don't think he deserves top 5 or up contract money. Not top 5 quarterback money, the top 5 contract quarterbacks. I think Dak's still top 5. Deshaun Watson, which he didn't deserve his money, but Deshaun Watson.
I think Dak might have fell out of the top 5 now.
Well, yeah, but from Dak's contract and more expensive, I wouldn't pay him.
Yeah.
38, 39 million a year. He could get that.
He can get that?
I mean, if Dak's what, 40 million a year?
40, yeah.
I think he could get right at Dak or a little bit less as far as like what a team would pay him. Because to Chuck's point, if they let him walk and they're taking that risk on a new quarterback, there's going to be a lot of teams lining up. The Colts when Matt Ryan doesn't work out this year. If Lamar leaves Baltimore, maybe Baltimore. There's a lot of things that Chuck is right. You can't predict. But there's probably at least a handful of teams every year looking for a quarterback. And if Kyler Murray's available, he'll be a hot commodity.
Let's see here. All right. Over the Cap has, you probably won't believe this, Ryan Tannehill.
Yeah.
At 38-6.
Yeah, he deserves more than. Well, Ryan Tannehill has done things enough to help his team at least get to a conference championship at one point.
Yeah.
But that was a game manager. He still shouldn't have made that much.
So this is just for this year. So these are the top quarterbacks that's making the most this year.
Okay.
Ryan Tannehill at 38.
He's not number one.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes has a bigger cap hit than Ryan
for
Tannehill.
2022. The cap number for Pat Mahomes is 35. 35,793.
Oh, yeah, they restructured him. That's why.
Kirk Cousins is 31. Jared Goff is 31. Aaron Rodgers is 28 this year. Carson Wentz is 28 this year.
And that's without all the incentives and the guaranteed bonuses, they call them. Like if you play 5 games, you get this much. Or
Jimmy Garoppolo is 26. Russell Wilson is 24. Lamar Jackson is 23. And Dak Prescott this year is 19. Him and Derek Carr are both 19.
Lamar's still on his rookie deal. He shouldn't be a $23 million cap hit.
So that's what Over the Cap says. Over the Cap.
Well,
man.
And that shows you what hurrying up and paying a quarterback will get you.
Right.
Paying the quarterback you have. Ryan Tannehill, Jimmy Garoppolo, Kirk Cousins, Carson Wentz.
Right.
Not for the Commanders, but when the Eagles paid him, they, when you pay the quarterback you have, even if like for Kyler Murray, for example, they could pay him and severely regret it the next 2-3 years.
Ooh-wee.
And wish they would have taken that chance on a rookie deal quarterback. Because every Super Bowl winning team that you look at, short of like most of them, like Matt Stafford was an outlier, and some of them are, guys win on the rookie scale contracts.
Right.
Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, and then when Tom Brady keeps restructuring, so he has pretty much the cap hit of a rookie scale quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
That's when they win. And then when they sign the big deals, you can't build the team around them. You start losing guys. Like Joe Flacco we brought up. They won the Super Bowl. Then they gave him a $100 million contract. Couldn't re-sign Bolden. Couldn't re-sign all the guys that made him what he was.
Right.
That's why the quarterback doesn't make the whole team. That's why I hate when people say Rodgers against Brady, and it's the Packers against the Bucks type of thing.
Yeah. Because you still got 21 other players out there
that you all have to pay.
They all got to play. Man.
And pay.
Oh yeah.
It's all money.
Yeah. It's only the 5% of your team get all the money, and the rest of them they get the crumbs. Or what is it, 5 or 10% or something like that?
Yep.
Yeah. So,
but the teams that are like constantly win, like the Patriots with Brady, kept restructuring, and it was more evenly spread.
Yeah.
Like when you have a more evenly spread cap, where you can pay all the players, that's when you win there. That's when you're at least a competitive team.
The Rams are trying to prove that wrong, though.
Well, their cap hits are a lot smaller because they don't do as much guaranteed. Or, I mean, they do more like signing bonuses and ways to get around the cap.
Yeah.
Like they'll give them more of a signing bonus spread out over like 3 years. So they're really making $50 million or $40 million a year, but their cap hits 20 or whatever the case.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, Von Miller, who would give him that much of a guarantee?
Right.
I couldn't believe his contract.
No.
As good as he is, I couldn't believe it.
No. Yeah. Buffalo, boy, they sent the house to go get him, dog. Good Lord.
Yep.
So.
But at the same time, like LA's already been in cap held where they had to cut everything up and like let a lot of players go before they made this run.
Right. All right, fellas, man, that's it. So, dog, episode 14 in the books, man. We appreciate y'all rocking with us. My dog A to the Z Media Network, man. It's been a minute.
Yeah,
Miss
man.
you, baby. Miss you,
Yeah.
man.
Thanks for having me on, guys.
Yes, sir.
Boston in 7.
Negative.
I'm just kidding. I got to troll Curry. I got to troll Curry because he didn't come to New York.
Everybody out there on Twitch, man, appreciate you all rocking with us, man. Everybody on YouTube and Facebook, thank y'all once again. My guy BB, appreciate you, dog. Lamar Fields, Larry Kennedy, my dog, man, appreciate you, coach. Who else was out here? ATL guy, very man. He's putting up some amazing tips for us, y'all, man. We appreciate you, big dog. James Littlejohn, of course, Lil Chris. Nilo Jordan, my dog, man. Appreciate you, bro. Hey, y'all, make sure y'all, well, actually not make sure. We want y'all to send a new topic for Wednesday's show. A new topic for Wednesday's show.
I like this Lamar guy.
Put it in our chat. Put it in our chat on YouTube or put it in our chat on TikTok. And if we pick your topic, man, we're going to have a gift for you all on Wednesday. So give us some topics, man. We'll talk about what we're going to pick. Yeah, he's a huge Knicks fan.
Awesome.
So, yeah, man, hey, do that. And then, like I said, on Wednesday, man, whoever we pick for that topic, we'll send y'all a little something. So we appreciate y'all. All right. For my guy, A to the Z Media Network, my guy, the OG with the Commanders on assignment, and of course, Decatur's best. Oh, here we go. Decatur's double cheeseburger. Jump back on.
Add bacon.
And add bacon. Oh, my bad. I forgot the part.
Something wrong with you, Corey.
Corey Davis, man. Hey, y'all. We love y'all, man. Y'all have a blessed weekend. Sunday, we'll be back at 8 o'clock, baby, for Father's Day special. Talking the crew and you. All right.
We can all share the underwear we got and the t-shirts and
I got underwear older than children. Nah, only a few.
Y'all have a blessed week, man. We'll see y'all on Sunday. Make sure y'all follow us on TikTok, baby. The crew and you. And
Man,
crew and
hey,
you.
listen, them crew and you clips, man, are gangster. Check us out. Follow us. I follow you back.
share the stream too.
Yes.
Share the stream.
Share the stream. Yes. All right, baby. We'll holler at y'all.
All right, fellas.
We'll see you, bro.
All right.
All right.
Take care of your mom, G.
He meant that for me, I guess.
I think so.
Yeah. Chill. OG.
All right. I got you. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
All right.
Later.
Later, bro.